Yurt. What it is, YouTube? It's your boy PeleTele. I guess you could call the segment PeleTeleFX because today, as you see from the title, I'm going to be going over the trades that I've taken so far for this week of what is it? This is January 10th to January 15th. So yeah, I'm going to go over the trades, and this is the reason why I took these trades and my reasons for entering these trades. Basically, what candles that I see that told me to get, now is the time to get into the trade. You get me? So let's go. So GJ, okay, everybody knows I trade GJ, right? So, well, if you don't know, I know. I primarily trade GJ, okay? So yesterday, like I said, today is January 10th. Today is January 12th, sorry. So January 11th, which is yesterday, I took this trade right here, right? So let me go down lower. So I took this trade, and I don't know if you guys have watched, but I have a video on a pretty profitable setup that I've been seeing from doing my back testing on GJ, and this is another example of that setup. Okay, so what this setup is, it's a simple break and retest after the counter trend has broken. And yeah, so right now, as you can see, it's a counter trend. So I saw the counter trend. What I do is when I see price, okay, the way I look at the counter trend is I use this to basically tell me when a retracement is done. You feel me? Because as you can see, GJ is pretty bullish, right? GJ is very bullish. So, but at the start of the week, we had this very healthy retracement. Okay, so for me to like not gauge, but I guess give me indication of when the retracement cycle's over, I like to add this little counter trend line. You feel me? The reason it's called a counter trend line is because it's in the opposite direction of, it's a retracement. You feel me? And a retracement is usually a counter trend because it's opposite of the actual trend that the market is going in. Okay, so I did that and dropped down a lower time frame. You can see a bit more, you can see it a bit more clearly. As you can see right here, like I said, we broke the trend line right here. You can see we successfully break. A successful break is at least 2 bullish candles above, and we have that right here. Okay, price closed above and can maintained its closure above the counter trend line right here. Okay, so now me seeing that, and I know a lot of people sometimes they they would like to just put they try to catch the breakout. Okay, there's nothing wrong with catching the breakout, right? But it's just sometimes oh my god, sometimes a breakout can fake you out. You feel me? So me, I've been faked out a lot in my trading career, and I'm tired of it. I'm very much so tired of it. Okay, so what I've been really trying to like force myself to do is wait for retests. Okay, and that's exactly what we did here. Okay, so when it broke out, as you can see, price came here, made its retest. Okay, and watch, if you go on the 5-minute, you can see I have a better visual of how this was great. So I saw this right here. Okay, this gave me indication. Okay, bam. Okay, price, it made a retest, and then we had wicks in there, never broken area, basically off of structure, because a trend line basically acts as a slanted like resistance or support depending on the direction that it's going in. And yeah, so by seeing this right here, I put a buy stop right here, and as you can see, by me doing that, I let price play it around for like maybe 5 more minutes, and then price short into profit, and that's all I did. I put my stop loss below here. Now you see my TP is here. This is not the TP that I set. My TP was actually above here. Well, not even above here. My TP was above here, to be honest. It was at least above here. Why? Because I saw my TP was at least above here, right? Why? Because like I said, on the overall time frame, price was very bullish. So by seeing that, I was like, okay, yeah, we can at least hit that area, right? But check the time. Look at the time my trade got entered, right? My trade got activated at around 11:25, basically 11 o'clock. Okay, so this is still in the New York session, but at 11 o'clock the London session closes, which means there's less volume for um European or UK pairs, because British pound, yen, you feel me? So I like to trade during the most volume for a certain pair, and this is why I wake up every morning at 2 o'clock so I can catch the London session. Okay, so usually I don't really like to take trades outside of the session. Usually like around 11, I'm kind of iffy on taking trades, but from my back testing, I've seen that this is why you must back test, and my back testing also allowed me to take the second trade that I took yesterday. Okay, so by my back testing, I saw that the volume in the market, it's important, but that doesn't mean that you can't get a winning trade outside of, you know what I'm saying? Not every winning trade, or not every perfect trade, or every trade, successful trade, has to be taken within those certain like time slots. You get me? This is not me saying like trade outside your session. No, that's not. That's wrong. If that's what you're taking from me saying this right now, stop it. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, just don't. If you do see a setup, take your setup. Trade what you see and not what you think. That's literally what I'm trying to say. Okay. So yeah, I took that, and then trade. Like I said, trade was up here. I actually had 2 entries here in this setup, to be honest. Right. So it was up here. It was playing around. And I ain't gonna lie, this is where I'm a bit disappointed. Not a bit, but this is where I'm disappointed in my trading thus far. I have to work on exit strategies, okay? Because one, I started to panic. I'm not gonna lie, I started to panic because I hate seeing my trades go in drawdown, and that's something I gotta get over as well, right? So it was up here, price moving very well. Then I see it start to play around in this area. So I was like, you know what? Let me just close this. Asian session about to come out. Let me close this. Let price. Cause I thought price was gonna come down into here. To be fair, I thought price was gonna. Let me get back in the 30-minute. I thought price had the potential. The thing about retracements is, okay, see, it looks much shallower here, right? This was so shallow, and price was just ranging this area. As you can see, this yellow break or orange break right here is end of New York session. Okay, that's 5 o'clock. As that line indicates, it's a session break. Okay, so it was trading this area for the longest, and I was like, bro, you already up a good amount. Let's just close it now, and then we'll reassess in London session. Okay, so I did it. I ain't gonna lie, and then I see price just stalled here, and I was like, alright, whatever. You win some, you lose some. But reason why I said I wish that I want to get better at my exits is because you see where I close here, price is playing here all the time, right? I could have got a more profit out of that trade, basically. Okay, and I mean, it's no greed, no FOMO. It's just during the time frame, I was kind of disappointed in the way I handled that situation. Okay, that's something I'm looking to improve on, and that's something we're gonna improve on as my journey, bro. And you guys will see this improvement as I track my journey on this channel. Okay, so like I said, that's happened, and then my next trade that I took was also out of session. My next trade I took was in. Okay, hold on. When I find my drawing tree, object tree. My next trade I took right here. Let me close that. How do I close this? Oh. Next trade I took was right here. Let me hide this. Right, and as you can see, 20 GMT. That's around 8 o'clock, 8:30 to be exact. So what I saw here was basically another breakout of a counter trend line, Another break and retest. Look how pretty this was, bro. Look how pretty this is. Ooh wee. Look how pretty that is, man. That's why I had to take this trade during Asian session. Okay, I usually don't like the trade in Asian session because the volume and the momentum are usually not there. You know, usually there's a lot of fake outs happening. Fake outs usually occur when there's little bit of volume. Remember that. That's something I've noticed, and I try not to that's why I try not to trade in sessions with little volume. I try to trade with sessions with a lot of volume. Okay, so yeah, this is my entry. Look at that entry. Let's go into 5 minutes so you can see a bit clearer. Okay. Bam. So what I saw was, like I said, this sucker, she pushed up. She break out of it. I was like, okay, whatever. I saw that happen. See, this happened like 8 o'clock. I'm watching it. I'm on the phone. I'm watching it. Right. I say, okay. You break out of it. Price is still bullish, as I knew. Also, another thing that gave me a good confirmation was on the 6 hour and the 12 hour. Okay, watch out how much confirmation this was. Right. So basically, right, this is in the AM. This is today. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put on this tool right here. Oh, AU is flying. That's another trade that I have to show you that I'm in right now. So let's come today. Oh, what a relief it is. Bam, let's go here. Okay. So this is how it was, right? But let me show you the 6 hour. Look at the 6 hour, bro. Okay, so I'm looking at this and I'm like, bro. So I'm seeing this, right? And I'm seeing this after the not even after the break, because I already did the retest, right? But I'm seeing that basically that's how the 6 hour look, right? And I'm like, bro, you have to take this trade. You have to get in this trade. Like the 6 hour and the 12 hour are just screaming. Buy me. Price is bullish. You know, so I was like, alright, you know what? That's why I didn't take 2 entries, honestly, because I would have taken 2 entries here, but I was like, okay, let's not get beside ourselves. This is still Asian session. You can still get fake out. So I had to think some bit of risk management, right? But man, I wish I didn't, because if I had put 2 entries in here, boy. Anyway, so yeah. So like I said, I just wanted to show you that the this counter trend breakout retest, it seems to really come on GJ, and it's been pretty profitable for me in the past couple of days or weeks of trading. So it's something I will continue to look out for. I will continue to backtest for, and I ask you guys, if you start to trade GJ or if you do trade GJ, you know, maybe keep an eye out for it and tell me if what success have you seen or gotten with this setup as well. Okay, so AU, last one. AU, this is a trade that I'm in currently. Okay, this is another break and retest, as you can see from the trend line, right? I'm telling you though, this thing works. Okay, let's go to the 15. Look how pretty that is. Ooh, look how pretty it is. Okay, so she push up, right? You see, she push up, price push up, and I was like, honestly, I wanted to get in from like around here. I ain't gonna cap. Well, sorry, I wanted to get in from down here. I saw this, I was like, man, right down there. I was like, man, off. See, damn. I'm just seeing I could have got a way better entry, because I'm talking about the break and retest of the counter trend line, but look at this big break and retest right here. This is literally one right here. Right, this is the counter trend line. Price broke out, came back, retest, and check she out. How did I miss that? Like I said, I'm still learning, because I was monitoring price from down here, right? I saw this is like, you see, 9 o'clock. I was looking at that, right? But I was still in my GJ trade, right? Still in my GJ trade, and I was like, man, I'm up well. I don't really want to ruin the day by putting a negative trade on the books, right? So let's let it ride. I just let it ride. But then also we have like this area on the side here. You feel me? I was like, price, you know. Let me see what happens around there, right? And that's when I drew this counter trend line right here. Okay, so price, we moving into the day. I see price start to poke above here. So I was like, okay, you know what we gotta do? We gotta wait for the retest, right? So price breaks out, confirms the break with the second bullish candle, and then we drop down 15 minute. Drop down on the 15 minute, 5 minute, and boom, there it is. Boom, there it is. Boom goes the dynamite, right? So she does the retest, she comes down, and then this came in right here. I was like, alright. You see this risk reward? I was like, alright, look, check it out. If it's a loss, I'm only losing this much pips. 8 pips, 9 pips, right? So I was like, it's worth the risk, bro. You gotta take the shot, right? You gotta take the shot. And it's AU, like, that's enough of a stop loss because AU moves very slowly, okay? And so that's why I took that shot as well. And right now, as you can see, price is up about, I think about 30 pips. I'm up about 30 pips right now. 44 pips. That's a lot for AU. That is a lot for AU. So that's where we at right now, man. Like, the counter trend works, okay? Counter trend plus the break and retest in the direction of momentum slash structure, it works. So right now, like you see, I'm going for, this is another area I have to look out for right in here. It's the area I'll be paying attention to, okay? But my overall target is, so right here, I'm pulling my fib from like right here, right? You can see that the fib's on there right now. Actually, you see I pulled the fib from like right there, and my overall target is basically here. It's around this area. So it's at, that's why I put it below here, because I'm like, I want my target to get hit. So that's why I kind of put it below here. And yeah, so what I'm looking for is basically the continuation of this move. Well, not the continuation of the move, but yeah, the completion of the move. As Q banks say, trade the move. Okay, so this is, as they say, we're in an uptrend, and in uptrends, what do we have? Higher highs, higher lows, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now we're looking to put in the next higher high leg, and that's what's essentially here. You feel me? I mean, right here is something to watch out for, because we make putting a double top. That's why I say I'm gonna pay attention to here. But you have to play the move. You feel me? You have to play the move, because resistances get breaks, supports get broken, and the only way you can like hit those is by putting your TP there, because you never know, your price may just fist its way through there, right? So I put my TPs there, and then when I also trade my stop losses too. That's another thing I gotta fix, because sometimes I trade a little bit too tight, and when prices start to come down and I notice that it's coming close to my trail stop loss, that's when I start to panic. I'm not gonna cap. I'm being honest. Like I said, I'm not a guru. I'm still learning. I start to panic, and that's something I gotta fix. So yeah, man. So like I said, that's the trades. If you enjoy this is gonna be happening almost every day, because every time I take a trade, I don't really trade every day, you know, but every time I take a trade, this is gonna happen. So stay tuned, smash the subscribe button, hit the like button. Let's go. Pele gang, we gone.